Alright, welcome to this short little video on how to get Kivy set up on your machine. For the purpose of this, we're going to be using a higher version of Python just because I've seen quite a few individuals using more Python 3.5, Python 3.6, and in addition, I do think that Python 2.7 right now, there has been a few Kivy related issues stemming from either an outdated Xcode, Python versions, and usually the best option for that is to set a different version installation of a previous version of Kivy or Python. But for this, we're going to walk through it. We're going to set it up on Python 3.5. Let's take a look. The first things first, we have to install dependencies for Kivy, so you can navigate to the kivy.org informational page that tells you how to set it up. We're going to be using Homebrew. We're going to be using the following command to install our dependencies, but first I want to activate my Anaconda environment, and I believe this is what it was called because I was working with a specific package. So let's see if it returns. Give it a second. Okay. Now I want to run the brew command to install the required dependencies. So we're going to let that run. And we will return once that's set up. Once that's set up, we're going to be installing Python, and we're going to be installing Kivy as well. And attached to this lecture, I will add a file as well that if anyone is using 2.7, it's the recommended steps that if you do run into any errors, or just if you're using whatever version of Python, if you run into any errors, there's a few suggested solutions to work through it to get your Kivy set up as well. So as soon as Homebrew is set up, we're going to be running this following step and then installing Kivy. It's pretty straightforward, so we'll jump right back to it as soon as the dependencies are installed. Alright, I actually had them installed in this environment, so we want to copy the following command, and we're going to install Python. It should be a relatively quick install, but I will pause the video just in case. Oh, let's see, it's collecting it. And while that runs, we're going to go back. I mean, you don't have to copy it if you can remember pip install Kivy, but sometimes it just makes it simple. And we're going to run the following command. We're going to let that run and return back to the video. Alright, as you can see, we have successfully installed Kivy. I did have some pre-installed packages in that environment, so I guess I did luck out in that. Alright, so we have that installed. I did luck out because I had some information already, or some packages already compiled, but you can scroll through the Kivy information. Again, if you do run into any errors, just double check the logs, the file that I will attach, and you can then run, open Spider or open a Jupyter Notebook and run a import statement, import Kivy, and you should be able to have it configured and ready to go. All right. I hope it helped you guys work through the installation. Again, Kivy's pretty straightforward, just these steps. If you do run into a GCC error, just make sure it's installed on your system, or double check the version, update Xcode for Mac OS, or you might need to update the command line tools for Mac OS. But overall, I hope that helped you get Kivy installed. And as always, if you have any questions, please let us know in the discussion and we will get to them as soon as possible. All right, have a good one.